Hi, welcome to another show of Utah Crossbow Hunter. Yes, in today's show, we're going to talk about is the Tenpoint Trx 515 too fast? That's what we're going to talk about. So you want to stick around till the very end to see what my opinion is on that. So it's the newest crossbow by Tenpoint. They did a whole new line of crossbows. But we're going to talk about the 515 a little bit. Is it too fast? I think that's a good question. I think a lot of people are going to ask, is it too fast? So let's just hop on over to my other screen and take a look at it. Okay, so the Tenpoint TRX 515. Speed is 515. Uncocked, it is 12 inches. 6 inches when it's cocked, and 29 inches long. Okay, so when they say 12 inches wide, 6 inches wide, that's axle to axle. Okay, I don't want axle to axle. I want outside to outside. So that means outside the cams. So we're going to add on maybe, so we'll say 1.5 inches on each side for the cams. So that'd be 3 inches wide, so make it 9 inches wide. Okay, why is that important? Very simple. You want to know, because if you're in a blind or in a tree stand next to a tree, that you're not going to hit anything. Okay, so that's my opinion. So outside to outside cams, outside the cams, not axle to axle. Okay, I prefer that. Okay. All right, so this one here, we're just going to go with a cheap model with the scope. It's $3,500. So that's kind of expensive for a lot of us. Okay, so we're going to the twin risers. 41% lighter, 2 times stiffer than the traditional risers, resulting in 70% reduction in flex and limb torque of unmatched accuracy. Okay. The trigger, it's a new trigger. It's they're using Trigger Tech patented zero creep technology. This 3-pound trigger features a clean, crisp break like a glass. Feel that helps to improve the accuracy. Okay. I'm not really going to talk about the arrows much right now. We'll talk more about those here in just a few minutes. The AR style ambidextrous safety, so safety on both sides. You see that right there. Railless design reduces weight and eliminates arrow friction, leading to straight nock travel, greater downrange accuracy. Guide lock rest system features a 3-point contact for security and stability. The arrow rests on 2 never wear spring-loaded ball bearings and is held securely in place by top-mounted retention brush, giving you the durability, longevity, and maximum precision at any distance. So basically, this crossbow has been completely redesigned. Okay, I'm sure it took them a couple of years to put it together, but the technology they put into this is just so far just out of this world. Okay, so we have a side view here. It's got the new Accu system here, Max. Got the cheek risers here. And I don't think this adjusts here. Nice looking pistol grip here. You release safety with your thumb, either again left or right side. You can see a little bit here of the twin risers. And what's really neat about this scope rail has 3 points of contact. You got coming off the risers here, up here, and of course, look at all the goodies here for the to hold the scope. That scope isn't going to go anywhere with any type of vibration, so that's pretty cool. The one thing I don't really, I'll go, hey, looky here. It's even got a rail down here so you can put stuff on it. Pretty cool. I like that. The one thing I'm seeing here is there's no foot stirrup. Now, the reason I bring that up is I like the foot stirrup because it kind of protects the tip of your arrow from debris, from accidentally setting it down and not having it. There's a lot of different possibilities there, but I kind of like the foot stirrup there to kind of help protect the arrow right there. Comes in green. Of course, the camo. And the one thing I really don't like either is I really wish they would show them being uncocked. I really wish they would show them uncocked here. There's the green again. And the scope that comes with it. Tenpoint puts out some great scopes. They really do. I really like them, but too much garbage in there. Way too much garbage. And it has our 3-arrow quiver here. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's see. You got to order it now to get it in February. It comes with the Evil X Marksman scope or the Grumman scope or the burst scope, the AccuSlide Max, 3 center punch HPX carbon arrows, integrated string stop, bow hook, and a quiver. Okay, so here's a good look at the twin risers here. They look pretty neat. This is 40%, 41% lighter, 2 times stiffer than a traditional, with 70% reduction in razor flex and limb torque. So that looks pretty cool. And the technology, the way that looks pretty cool. You can see how it's mounted here and here. And I think it's mounted back here too. Really not a good picture of it. The new Trigger Tech Precision Trigger. The center punch HPX carbon arrows with snap lock technology. The new Alpha Knock HPX snaps into the Trigger Tech box and allows you to hear and feel the arrow is properly locked and loaded. That's pretty cool. I like that innovation in there. The AR style ambidextrous safety, that's pretty cool. The 0 barrel guide lock. I think, no, they don't. But if you look at the videos, the way this works, you got 2 ball bearings down here. This brush, it helps hold it, in for accuracy. I'm going to tell you, I'm a little skeptic of that. What's guiding the arrow down the barrel guide? There's nothing. So you got to hope that your string is perfectly aligned all the time. Could that become a problem? Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. Okay. So that guiding system, other companies have used it, so I'm going to say it's probably going to be pretty good. I think it's the Killer Instinct that has the zero, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the specs on it again. 29 inches without the foot stirrup, a 16-inch power stroke, 7.2 pounds, 12 and 6 axle to axle, draw weight. Look at that draw weight, 300 pounds. Okay. The arrows that they're using here, I'm glad to see they're using a little bit heavier arrow than the normal. It's got the KE ProFlight 400. 400 grains is 515, 241 kinetic energy. With a 445 grain center punch HPX arrows, it's 495 at 242. So you're really putting out a lot of kinetic energy. They do have the lighted center punch HPX premium carbon arrows, and I wish I had a better picture of these nocks. The nocks look pretty cool. I just seen them on on the videos when I was doing my research. But yeah, I mean it's a pretty cool crossbow. So far I think it's pretty cool. But like I said, the HP nocks are a little bit different. HPS nocks are a little bit different than the traditional HP nocks. No. It's probably going to take a little bit those to come to market, I think, for an arrow build. You want to do them on your own, but I don't know. I really don't know. But let's take a look at some figures from Death by Bungee scale here. So I put in a 500 grain arrow. Initial speed 515, shooting angle is basically zero. Arrows 20, shaft dimensions. Let me do another little check over here. Give me just 1 second. So shaft diameter 0.346. And I'm looking at another website here that does not give me. Okay, gives me 350. Okay, I think that's going to be pretty close. Okay, so let me see. I got that calculated. Okay, so at 20 yards, it says here 10-inch rise or fall speed. Wow, that's blistering. 1.118. The speed at 504. Kinetic energy is 282.7. The slugs, whoa, 1.120. So let's double. Let's see. Let's go out to, let's say 80 yards. Raise and fall 6.8. Flight time 4.485. Speed. Come on. Cooperative. Speed is 475. Kinetic energy is 250.6. And the slugs are still up there. 1.054. Okay. So let's just put in 550. See what we get. Okay. At 20 yards, like we're going to get a either rise or fall of 10 inches, flight time 1.118, speed 505, kinetic energy. Whoa, kinetic energy way up there. 312.2, 1.234 slugs. But if we just look down here, the slugs don't go anywhere down below 1. Kinetic energy still stays up there pretty good. 262, 260, I'm sorry, 260, 279. So we're still getting a lot of kinetic energy. That's a lot. So, what is my impression? It looks like a great looking crossbow. I think for a little while, it's going to take a little bit getting used to because the setup is a lot different. So yeah, excuse me. But the thing about it is the speed. What about the speed? The slugs, the kinetic energy, putting a lot of kinetic energy, a lot of momentum behind it. And the flight time is what's amazing. Below 1 second. So how fast does a deer drop? Good question. But would you want to shoot a deer out to 100 yards? Probably not. It's just, you're still pushing the envelope, I think, to 100 yards. Maybe 50 yards, maybe pushing out to 60, maybe. But is that feasible? I mean, is it going to, is the deer still going to have time to jump the string when he hears the crossbow? I guess that's only time will tell. But I would still say maybe you can push that to 50 yards. But you really, really, really got to watch your backdrop on those. Those are going to blow right through a deer. Right through. A bear or an elk. I think in a bear, it might go almost all the way through. An elk probably go all the way through. I mean, some big animals. You're talking some good kinetic energy behind there, and it should drop them right where they lay, pretty much. Even though we know they're going to take off and run a little bit, but for a deer, that's really pushing the envelope on a deer, in my opinion. But is it so? You're going to have a good, solid um, um, broadhead. So you have to do a lot of testing with broadheads to see what kind of broadhead is going to work on that. Because I think your lighter broadheads, like your 100 grain broadheads, I really don't think they're going to work. I think it's going to have to be 125 grain to 150 grain broadhead, heavy broadhead. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think somebody else told me once before, but I don't remember. I think Thorn makes the heaviest broadhead that's totally enclosed. Swacker, I know it makes 150 grain broadhead, and it has little wings. So this is just my guess, my estimate. I welcome your opinion, I really do. So I think that either the Thorn broadhead or the Swacker broadhead is probably going to be the best broadhead out there. Using a fixed blade, I don't have any experience with fixed blades at all, but is a fixed blade going to work? If you line it up correctly, it probably will. But again, you have to use probably a really heavy fixed blade. That's just my opinion. So, what is my opinion? Well, here's the answer you guys have been waiting for. I think, yes, they've gone too fast, but would I want one? Absolutely. Why? Because I can do testing with it, take it out, do a lot of stuff. Because the biggest thing, too, we got to remember is our backstop and our target. They got to match. Because these could blow right through them. Now, I know, let's see, Spiderweb has a good target, and what's that other one? The big something, I don't remember. They have good solid targets. So I think they're probably going to have to look at maybe making their targets a little bit more heavier, maybe. Because they could blow right through them. I mean, you're pouring, like I said, a lot of kinetic energy, a lot of momentum into that target. So is it going to bury in there? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Because I haven't shot one. Because, yes, like I said, I really would like to have one. So if you know anybody at Tenpoint, send them this video. But, you know, I would like to do a lot of testing myself. I'd like to take it out in a real life scenario and see what it does. The reason I say real life scenario, I think I would test it first on coyotes. Because I know they're going to tear a coyote apart. But I would like to do that. Yeah, I think they're going to have their purpose. They really are. But like I said, is it going to blow up a deer? It's not really going to blow them up. I mean, that's be realistic. It's not really going to blow them up, but it's going to. But we got to look at the broadhead you're going to use on it. What weight of arrow is going to be perfect for that, what you're using? I think, again, a heavier arrow is going to make it much, much quieter. Okay? But I'm worried about the momentum, and I'm worried about the kinetic energy going through. So, with that said, let me know your opinion. Is the Crossbow, is the Tenpoint Trx 515 too fast? Let me know down in the comments. Okay? So, with that said, I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. You guys take out the time of your day to watch it. Remember to take those 3 seconds and hit subscribe, the notification bell, and all those stuff. Hit everything. Okay? And I really appreciate you guys. All right, and remember, these episodes are dedicated to my son, and thank you for watching Utah Crossbow Hunter.